Hey Techno Studs, in this video we're going to get a little more in depth into that network statement in our OSPF commands and what that network statement means. We're going to take a look at this HQSW1 and its networks here and how it is applied to OSPF. All right, so let's take a look at the network statements. On my last demo, I typed in router OSPF 10, and then I created a network statement of 10.0.0.0/8. So it went out, it really encompassed everything. But let's do it line by line and see what would happen if we entered these in line by line. So the network 10.1.240.0, and it's got a wildcard mask of 0.0.0.7, is actually this network right here. So this is VLAN 9. And the interface, the actual interface, this .1 is a switch virtual interface on VLAN 9. So what this statement does is, number one, is it says that that interface, that VLAN 9 interface, now will send out hello packets on it to it, hello messages. It's going to try to find a device on that link right there. It'll try to find a device on there that is also speaking OSPF for area 0. All right, so that's the first thing that it does. The second thing that it does is this network right here then will be part of the advertisements that it sends out once it establishes an adjacency. All right, so let's take a look at another one of these. Okay, network. We type this command in, network 10.1.10.0/24. So that's VLAN 10. This laptop is on it right here, and this demo Pi is on it. This switch is on it. In fact, all of these switches are on it. So that VLAN, so two things happen with it. Is number one, now that VLAN, onto that VLAN is going to be sent hello to trying to discover other OSPF devices on that network. So now we're sending these hello messages into VLAN 10. We may not want that. If somebody's sitting on that network, they could actually start responding and participate in this OSPF network. So that could be concerning. But what we do want to have happen is that network now will be advertised out to those devices that establish adjacencies with. So it established an adjacency, let's say, with, because of this statement, it sent out hello and establish an adjacency with R1. So now it's going to let R1 know that in fact it has this network 10.1.10.0 network, and R1 is going to become aware of that network then. All right, so now we send out another network statement. So you can pause the video and guess what's going to happen with this. Work through that process of when we enter this in, what two things will happen. So go ahead and pause the video, come up with that. All right, what's going to happen is when we enter in this statement, that number one is now this switch 1 is going to send out hello messages on the VLAN 20 to try to discover different OSPF devices on there. And then number two, it's in its advertisement, since it's created this adjacency with R1, it's going to send out a link state advertisement saying that it has access to 10.1.20.0 network. So R1 becomes aware of this network. And finally, we entered in this command right here, and you can see the pattern. VLAN 30 will now get hello packets that are coming into it to try to establish adjacency, and R1 will become aware of this 10.1.30.0 network. When we specify something like 10.0.0.0/8, all of those interfaces on this switch 1 will then have these hello packets sent out on them. And in addition to that, we may not want that, by the way. And in addition to that, all of these networks are going to get advertised out so that they're reachable by the rest of the network, which is something we probably do want. So that is the OSPF network statements. It serves two different purposes.